As doubts about the outcome of the Vietnam War multiplied during 1968, it changed the whole tenor of feelings and concerns among many of the officers who were in training, learning Vietnamese. I remember one other officer named Terry Tiffany. He had volunteered to go to Vietnam. He's married, he had children, he was assigned, had a nice assignment in South America, gave it up, came back in learning the language. Suddenly, when the war is declared unwinnable, as it seems more and more certain we're not going there to prevail, the question becomes, well, who wants to go and be the last man to die in Vietnam? And is it worth it? Should we be doing this? Tiffany's concerns were so great that he just asked to go to Vietnam, get it over with. I don't want to be learning language anymore. He goes there, gets there, discovers in Vietnam that he just can't do it. He has such doubts about it all. He tells them, I can't stay. They send him home. His career is ruined. He has to resign. And it sets off a great many concerns among the people administering the Vietnam program at the State Department. And the head of the Vietnam Training Center, where I'm learning Vietnamese, is named Cliff Nelson. So he's a new director, had just showed up, kind of gung-ho, had been in Vietnam, and was a firm believer in the program. So he gets all the students together, and he gives this big talk about how if we've had officers go, they had doubts, they come back. The department doesn't want to have that happen. So if any of you have any doubts, you need to come and tell me about it. Because you owe it to the State Department to be honest. Now, every day, all of us stood around, and it's all we talked about were the doubts that everyone had. And I thought, wow, as soon as this meeting is over, there'll be a huge line outside his office to tell him about their doubts. So I want to get up there fast, because I had doubts. I had felt going to Vietnam was sort of the wrong turn for me. It was not the road I wanted to take. And now, was this something I wanted to die for? And these officers who had been executed during Tet, taken out, shot through the head? Was that what I was prepared to go through? And so I go out, head right up to his office. I'm standing there. I'm surprised I'm the only one there. I'm wondering when the others are all going to get here. And he comes walking up, and he looks at me, and he said, well, what do you want? Why are you here? And I said, well, I just heard you speak, and you said anybody who had any doubts should come and see you. And so I'm here. I have doubts. And so I said, well, come in here. And he turns around in his office, and he lambasts me and said, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why a red-blooded American boy can't go and serve his country, put his life at risk the way so many others have. I'm going to have you thrown out of the Vietnam program. You're not fit for this. So I'm stunned. I thought I was doing the right thing. He said, be honest, tell us. I was just telling him what so many others in the program felt and expressed every day. And I was flabbergasted. And he said, I'm going to take action against you. And so I didn't know. I went back out. I thought, oh my gosh, now once again, it's like my medical problem. I'm going to be out of the Foreign Service before I get started. What's happened here? I had been honest and straightforward. And I told people about this, and they said, oh, well, that was your mistake, being honest and straightforward. So a few days later, he calls me back in to his office. I thought this was it. He said, I don't know. I brought you up, and others said, we're having a hard enough time getting anybody to go. If I haven't said I refuse to go, that they're going to go ahead and they should go ahead and let me go. And that was the end of that. He said, go back to class, keep learning Vietnamese, and sort of had a disgusted look on his face, disdainful look towards me. And I went back to class. But it was my first experience with dissent, another theme that would follow me through my career, that like taking the wrong road, like hugs, like small conversations, changing the course of my career and my life. This was a experience with dissent and being honest.